That just went. I gotta go over here, go live, go live.
We are live.
Last night in the middle of the live show, like everything froze up on me, but then it went back and like everything got brighter on my computer.
Oh,
It was crazy, but like it kept going.
that's weird.
It was the wildest thing ever.
The lighting here at Old Key West is like you're sort of in a dungeon.
Oh, that's that's okay.
Just let us know if a golf ball comes flying in.
Yeah.
Oh my
please
gosh. So we're right on the course and I sent that picture of the golf ball on our balcony, but literally we were walking where the golf carts go because we wanted to see like on the course, what does this green and tee, what does this particular hole look like? If they're hitting here, they are so far to the right of where they need to be. Like it's not even close.
Oh no.
The thing about Walt Disney World is you got people like me playing that every once in a while I can Tiger Woods a ball, but not straight though. Like, I mean, I will get a hold of one every once in a while, like really good, but I mean, it doesn't mean it's going like where it's supposed to. It just goes.
Well,
Like, I'm like, I have no idea where that ball went. I'm just going to put another one down for $3.
Yeah, good call.
It's so bad. So, anyways, we get to, well, I mean, we do every now and then. Steve will be like, come here. You got to watch these people. They're horrible.
Oh no.
That is, you know what? That's an underrated part of staying in Old Key West. Is just watching.
That's true.
It's like
100%.
It's
100%.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Jason over on Instagram. Thanks for being here, Jason. Appreciate you.
I don't see comments yet.
For Natalie Travels there, Cavit. See, it's so hard to read Instagram handles. Maddie Bell 96, Janet.
Usually I was gonna say usually I see comments, but I guess you're just reading stuff.
I'm just reading them on the Instagram.
Oh, okay, got it.
And let's see, K Not 21 and one other. I like the one other.
One other. It's
Okay.
like Gilligan's Island.
It is exactly.
And the rest.
And, that's totally it.
Who actually suggested that? Like in a theme song, they're like, "We're not going to name everybody.
We're just gonna
And
name a few.
We'll name a few, and then we'll say, and
And the rest.
I mean, that's because that way you probably don't have to pay those people like union wage.
Well, that's true. That's a good
But then they
point.
changed it later. They changed it in later episodes, I believe. So,
Interesting.
Dang it, I want to get paid. Oh, Natalie. Natalie, the Monkey Man's wife there is
Oh.
on Instagram. Just me in my running shoes is here too. Yeah, they just sold the bakery, man.
They did. I know.
Sold all the bacon stuff. I don't know what they're gonna do next Christmas. I don't know how they're gonna make Christmas cookies. I'm worried. They said they're gonna have to fend like us and just have to use like hand tools.
I know, right?
They'll probably still work magic.
all
Okay,
right.
we got to work. Okay. Let's do some questions. So you got questions? Leave them in the what do they call it? Comments. Either here on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you go. Just put them in the comments. I'll watch everything. Chuck in the chats here. That's old school. Oh my gosh, Natalie's listening from Walt Disney World. Pam's podcasting from Walt Disney World. So we're like all Walt Disney World. I'm wearing my Disneyland hoodie just because I feel bad for them because they're actually getting rained on a lot.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, they're closing early today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And that LA River is just flooding, and like when I was running past it, there was like no water in it, so I feel bad for that. So my name Scott joined on Instagram. Scott, I don't know who that is. It was Scott. There's Steve doing work. Is he remodeling?
Not here, not the noise here.
Ricky's.
Probably. It's probably.
I'm like, I'm here by
You love
myself.
Steve.
In fact, there's no one even here with me. So.
Is Steve hammering or something?
No.
It's baby toys.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, Natalie asked Pam, real quick, Pam, are you going to some party tonight?
I'm not.
No party. Pam's gonna be in bed by 8.
We're just doing our regular life here. It's not like we're playing all day. So
yeah,
it's wave season, my friends.
Yeah, I know, for real. And Scotty G says hello.
Here, let me do that. Let me do one thing.
We need questions. I have questions, but we need questions too.
I have questions.
First one will be a comment from Len, who just got back from his trip. All right, here we go.
Wait, Ricky's left.
I can see that. Hang on, let me delete that then. Delete.
And the rest.
Entitled. No. that.
Now I'm going to be singing that the rest of the night. And the rest.
41.
I'm back.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to episode 2432 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week, maybe even a super week, because it is Super Bowl week here. And we're just going to say
no, can't say it. Can't say it. Big game week. Big game week.
Yeah, whatever. Bring it. We're a podcast. We have like $7.12 in the account, and that's before I go to Taco Bell. So whatever. Bring it, NFL. I mean, we don't have a team here in St. Louis, so I'm still bitter. But we're gonna have a good time this Sunday watching football, cheering for the commercials and the halftime show. And I love football, and honestly, I don't have a dog in the race this Super Bowl, so it's kind of nice. You might think because I'm from Missouri, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm not. So there you go. I whoever wins. I like football, so we'll see how it goes. And it's just nice to not have to lose 5 years off your life depending on every play. So it's going to be a fun weekend this weekend. But we're going to get you there right now with some great Disney talk, some listener questions, and joining me, it's the OG crew again. We have Rikki from the mouseforless.com. Rikki, what's going on? What's up?
We do. And Mike, you can officially start saying a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com again. I'm bringing it back. The site is coming back. It is back. And the great thing about it is the fact that it's no clickbait. So if you're looking to actually get the latest Disney news and, Disney tips and tricks and reviews and stuff like that without top 5 things that'll make your heart drop when you visit Walt Disney World, you can visit my site. I promise I won't have those things.
That stuff sells. Like, you got to have thumbnails with people looking like this.
Yeah, no.
That's what sells.
No, I think from the reception that I've gotten over the weekend, after I kind of relaunched the blog, website, not a blog anymore, website. I think that a lot of people are very excited to not have a clickbait site be around for the Disney community again. So no clickbait, Disney World after all. I'm on all socials, so you can find me there. And I'm excited. I'm glad to be back in the realm that I started in. So it's a good thing.
Was there a lot of dust on the site when you came back? And
I had to relearn some stuff. My friends are at GoDaddy now. I had to figure out some stuff. But it's the cobwebs are all dusted off. This is not the Haunted Mansion. It's fresh and clean and brand spanking new. So, excited.
It's got the hat box ghost and everything.
No, yes.
Very nice. Well, congratulations on bringing that back.
Thank you. So both. But I am still with the Mouse for Less too. So I don't want anybody to think that I, have abandoned my love of the Mouse for Less. No, my love is still there. I'm still working on the site, still working on the socials for that too. So I mean, I'm on both. I'm on both places. So you can find me both.
This Patreon episode will be all about how Rikki got fired from the Mouse for Less.
No!
Patreon exclusive. So come and join us. Patreon.com.
No. I worked on lots of stuff today for Mouse for Less.
That is
working on the Mouse for Less.
That is clickbait.
I go
you're
the
right.
opposite direction, baby. I lean into it. So there you go. I'm just kidding.
That's right. Exactly. Why Rikki got fired from the Mouse for Less? No, don't start that rumor.
And on the thumbnail, I'm like, there you go. Again, watch the video. We have videos. We pay extra.
We have
for this.
video.
Come on over. It's youtube.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. Pam Forrester, she's joining us now. Last week, she was joining us from, I forget where you were last week. You were at Walt Disney World.
She was at the Polynesian.
I was at the Polynesian.
Yeah, you were rocking the poly background today.
Yes.
Old Key West. You are
I
mere
am.
feet from, the golf course, which is awesome. You have a tail there, but man, you're right next to Olivia's, one of my favorite restaurants in all the world. What's up, Pam Forrester?
I know. And guess what, Mike? We have not even been to Olivia.
Oh my God,
there's that.
Humanity. What's up?
Sorry.
I don't think that deserves a ding. That would be
I know,
womp.
I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to tweet that we're on the air because I forgot.
I'm still bitter that they took away that Cobb salad that I really liked or whatever. Oh, and the burger. Hello.
Yeah, the Duval.
Yeah.
I know
That's true.
that's a crime too.
It
So
is.
how's Walt Disney World down there in
It
February?
is good. We were in the parks. Steve's family was with us last week, and so we spent a couple days in the park there running around. You know how like you do all the things sort of when you're there. But highlights, we did homecoming brunch, which of course you have to do that, right? I mean, when you're bringing people who haven't been in a very long time, that was a necessity. Plus it was kind of rainy here on one of the days, so we thought, well, we could avoid the rain at brunch, so
This
we
is
did.
a good point. I like that.
We did. We were in all 4 parks, and we did. What else did we do? Narcoossee's. We did Narcoossee's last night, so we had a good meal there. Yeah, it was good. All good. So yeah, it's good. Steve and I spent some time at Festival of the Arts recently, which of course is always my favorite. One of my favorite. I actually like them all. I don't know. Like it's funny, right, to see the sort of progression of the Epcot festivals, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone loved the festivals. Then now there's like a swing where people are like, I hate the festivals. I'm like, what do you mean you hate the festivals? Like they just are what they are. Like either do them or don't do them. You don't have to hate them.
Right.
So anyways, but I like all of them for different reasons. But Festival of the Arts, I think there's just something really sort of special about it. The food I feel like is so good. Oh my gosh, the sun
hands
setting.
down.
So like
Pam's getting hit in the face with the sun.
Yes, it's the golden hour, so it's going to be hitting this side of my head. But anyways, yeah. So, but all good. So if you haven't been to Festival of the Arts, that one I suggest you try. But I really do like them all, so it's a good thing.
All right, so we're gonna get to the questions. First of all, Scott's not joining us, but he is in the chat, and he has been talking about this for a while. I want to ask you guys about this. He is super excited that Vineyard Vines is coming to Disney Springs, which is a line of clothing I think that they sell over at the Grand Floridian and some of the deluxe resorts.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they
See,
have.
I'm not into because I'm a hoodie guy. Like, I mean, I got my Disneyland hoodie. This is like church clothes for me lately. Because I mean, ever since work from home, I mean, since I started doing this and not going to, I'll be honest, I had to go to a funeral this past weekend, and about 2 years ago, Pam moved my church and teaching clothes like out of our main closet, apparently down to the basement, and she left before me. We drove separately, and I was panicked because I couldn't find any like clothes to wear to the funeral because the only thing she left in my closet were hoodies and like like other pants that were inappropriate for a funeral. So I was like, oh my gosh, I got there at the very last minute. And so I was totally stressed. So this is not a question for me, but Vineyard Vines, I guess this is a big deal to have this store at Disney Springs.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's going to be a brand new option. Not really sure. I don't know if they said where it's going. I know I have an article on my website now so about it. But yeah, it's going to be in Disney Springs. And I know they have some shops. Like it's a big thing here in Atlanta. I know that a lot of people like to wear that particular brand here, and of course I know that they wear it all over the place. But it's definitely a big deal down here in the South. So I guess it's a big deal up north in Michigan too.
Yeah, it's been around for forever. It's interesting the recent surge in popularity that it has seen. But when we were walking through Disney Springs, there actually are quite a few locations that are available right now that are closed. So it will be interesting to see what Disney brings in there. They have it's interesting when you see like the brands that do a crossover that do a Disney version of that. Tommy Bahama was the one they had for the longest time doing, and they still do that. I don't know that there's been a Vineyard Vine though Disney crossover like that. So typically means when something like that is coming that maybe they'll do something like that. So
let me ask you something too, because you mentioned Disney Springs. You guys are just over there at home. If you had Pam, since you've been down there, have you had a chance to go to Summer House yet?
No. I haven't.
I'm so curious about that restaurant. I want to get over there. That's your homework. You need to go over there.
I know, and it is definitely on the list of things that we're going to check out while we're down here, but no, I haven't. And it's funny, I've heard sort of mixed reports.
That's why I want to know. I want to know.
I know.
People are on the same wavelength.
I know. But here's the thing, like I heard the guacamole is really good. So I'm a guacamole girl. So if the guacamole is good, then my report is going to be biased.
Well, that's good.
And I've seen pictures of it, and I love guacamole. I mean, it's and cookies, right? I mean, it's got guacamole. I mean, I'm not dipping cookies in guacamole.
No.
But I mean, just chips and guac, and then you finish it off with a couple good cookies. Oh, dude. I mean, am I for what? I mean, is this Iowa or is this heaven?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, bring it on. Okay, Natalie, who is down at Walt Disney World, who she may be on her way over to OQS, I'm not sure. She says, question. What's your favorite quick service at the Magic Kingdom right now? So if you like, okay, boom, somebody asks you, gotta name it. So Pam, you gotta go to one quick service restaurant at Magic Kingdom right now. Boom, what is it?
I don't love the quick service at Magic Kingdom. I'm just gonna say, I know. Okay, Mike is like,
I mean, this is what we're doing.
I guess I would do Sleepy Hollow, because then you can get like the waffle there, which I think is that's a win. Whether you get the chicken one or the fruit one, I think that they're both good choices. So that's what I would do. Sleepy Hollow. And plus, since they added mobile ordering there, that is like life changing, I will say, because the line was always long.
Very nice. Rikki? Your mic's like really making a lot of rumbling.
Oh, sorry. I think I would probably choose Casey's Corner. It tends to be where I go, so I think that's probably where I'm going to go. I'm probably going to get corn dog nuggets, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah.
It's funny because you guys both are kind of like real like snacky places,
I mean, I used to say Pecos Bills, but their menu has changed and it's not been good for the good since.
I know. I used to say Columbia, and I haven't loved some of their menu changes either. So, they've made changes. I'm
still Columbia Harbor House though, because the atmosphere upstairs, sitting up there, chilling out, being able to kind of get away from it, and because I still get that little basket that's got a little fish, got a little chicken, got the hush puppies and the fries. I know that's like too much fried food for a lot of people, but I don't care. Like, bring it on.
Well, and I will say one that I really miss is when Be Our Guest used to be counter service for lunch. But I understand why they
that was such a great lunch option.
It was. Sure. It was a really good lunch option. So
and I feel like it's not the best table service option either. Like, I feel like it has definitely fallen by the wayside as of recently for table service, because you just don't hear a lot of people saying, I really want to go to Be Our Guest, so I don't know. I which makes me sad because our audio animatronics are there. So
I don't care if people say they don't go to Be Our Guest. Now when I hear people going around the Magic Kingdom saying they don't listen to the Be Our Guest, I get mad. Like,
call them out.
I do. I'm like, what? Wait a second. Now you need to listen to the Be Our Guest. Go to the restaurant. Yeah, it might be expensive.
You don't have to go to the restaurant. You do have to listen to the podcast.
Right here. Give me your phone. I'll just subscribe you right now.
That's right.
Okay. So, and Len says he gets his spring rolls. I still have never had one of those spring rolls. I know they're like cheeseburger.
Yeah. They're so good.
They're really good.
It is, but I mean, it's one of those things, right? It's like, I always think I need a meal, right? It's like, I think it's gonna be too small to like fill me up. It doesn't feel like it's ever going to be like.
Then you get 4 spring rolls.
I think that's what I need to do. Like,
get spring rolls and then stop by Sleepy Hollow.
That's right, and get a waffle. Yeah, exactly.
Like, get one of the waffles and a couple spring rolls. Like, side.
Exactly. We can make this work for you, Mike. Like, and then you can sort of have a little break in between. This could be the new way. So.
Well, see, here's the thing. Okay, so and I think I mentioned this on another show. Scott and I came upon when we were at Disneyland by accident. We were getting off the train back by kind of by where you go into Toontown. There's a train station back there. And we saw this snack stand. It's where the Legend of the Lion King show.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're gonna say.
We just saw the snack stand back there. We're like, we never saw that snack stand before being open, but it was open this day, and people were walking out, and we're like, I wonder what that snack stand sells, because people are walking out there and we cannot tell what is in their hand. Like we can't tell what is that. So like I think like Emily and Elizabeth are going to the bathrooms. We're just kind of hanging out. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna see what's up with that snack stand, because we could not tell what these people had. It was weird looking. I come back, I'm like, dude, they are selling baked potatoes at this snack stand. Not only baked potatoes, they had a Thanksgiving meal on top of the potato. It was like turkey, cranberry sauce, gravy.
Yep.
What?
Oh, and and they look, I don't even know why, but when you're at a theme park, everything looks better.
Yeah.
Stock, like we should get one. I'm like, dude, we are going to dinner right now. That thing is like, that thing would fill us up. There's no way that is not a snack. That is a meal. But I am so getting that next time I'm out there, because it's our last day. Oh, but I mean, that kind of stuff, like that's what Disneyland is, though, isn't it, Pam? Like, I mean,
it is.
It was like so hidden back in the corner of the park.
It's more creative snacks for sure.
It was so good. And there was like a second version that was more like a regular traditional, like sour cream and chives baked potato. But the one with the turkey and all the like Thanksgiving stuff. Oh my Lord.
I feel like they used to have baked potatoes at the Liberty Square Market, didn't they?
They did.
But
they weren't like that.
Not like that. But I would get them occasionally as like a snack or a meal, even. Like I wish they had that. That would be amazing.
And they do have the corn still. That's something that's always big at Disneyland. The corn. You see it all the time. And I often think to myself, like, is corn on the cob hard to get? I don't understand it, but I guess I don't know. Because we have corn on the cob.
I know, I'm from Missouri, right? It's everywhere. Here,
yes,
around it here, like
exactly.
A couple months, you got to be careful because you get killed because, like, you can't see around the corner because of the corn.
It's 100%.
But I told Scott one day we were out there. I said, just look around. I said, you're going to see people. They're going to have one of three things in their hand. They're either going to have a big old dill pickle, they're going to have a churro, or they're going to have corn. Like, if you know one of those three things in your hand, dude, you're an outsider. I mean,
it's true. And they have the pickles here at Disney World, and you never really see people with the pickles.
Dill pickles, man.
There are certain things that really have a following in certain areas. And I love dill pickles, but I cannot imagine getting a pickle.
My wife gets those at Jimmy John's for her side. Like, I get chips, and she gets a dill pickle. Like, I tell her it's like when you're 8 and you're at the skating rink and you're poor. That's what used to happen, because I used to be at the skating rink all the time. It was the cheapest thing on the menu. It was like 15 cents. You get a dill pickle.
The pickle.
I'm telling you, it was like the spicy dill pickle. Anyway, Sean's got a question in the live chat. He says, leaving tomorrow for Walt Disney World, staying at Saratoga, have a reservation at Olivia's on Friday. Look out for Pam. Best way to get from Saratoga to Old Key West: boat, walk to Disney Springs, and then boat to Old Key West. This is in your area here, Pam. For
sure. Yeah, if you're close, depending on where you are at Saratoga Springs, if you just go ahead and walk over and then catch the boat over to Old Key West, I think that's your best deal. Or you can absolutely take the boat over and then boat back. It's like a boat TTC over at Disney Springs. You can get it back and forth. And here's something that Steve and I were talking about. Sorry to hijack this, but you reminded me, Sean. Remember when there was a boat at Disney Springs that would stop at one of 3 different locations? There was a dock over by Cirque du Soleil, then there was a dock kind of in the middle, and then a dock there. They have not brought that back, and we were talking about that. And the reason why is, when you think about it, if you're on one end of Disney Springs and you have to get to the other end, it's kind of a hike. If you need to do, like, people sort of underestimate that. And I know that Uber and Lyft tend to drop off in one location. And if you got to get all the way to the end, it's that. So anyways, I just was reflecting on that. But remember that, the boat thing?
Do you think it's because they've now added those pedestrian bridges? I guess that they figured that solved the issue.
Maybe it does. Sort of, I would say it does that, but yeah, I was just thinking about that. So
those bridges are nice. Like, they can get
they are.
And the Uber and Lyft do drop off 2 places now. They'll drop you off in the Cirque parking lot, or they'll drop you off by the Christmas shop where the old buses used to drop you off in the market.
I knew that one time. Right after the reopening, we had to get from one location to the other, and we're like hoofing our way.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you were to walk from like Cirque to say like, say the Christmas shop or like Once Upon a Toy, dude, you should get a 5K medal for that. I mean, like we didn't use the bridges. Like
I'm measuring it next time we're there.
All right, Len's in our live chat, and he just got back from Walt Disney World, and he gave me like 5 or 6 points from his trip as kind of just a reflection point, and I said I wanted to share these and just kind of have comments on it because I thought it was really smart. He says his big takeaways from his trip as he got back. Luminous is a great nighttime show. Most of us watched it 2 or 3 times. He went down with his family, shared so many pictures, which I love and I appreciate it so much. I said, Grayson, the piano player at Casey's, is amazing. And we talked about this via email. And I said, it's kind of weird because like I've seen videos of this gentleman, and I've also seen him in person. And I'm kind of torn. Like, I feel like this guy should have like a bigger stage with the level of talent that he has. But I love that he has such a intimate setting to interact with guests at the same time. Like, it'd almost be bad to move him to a bigger stage to give him, I don't know, like I'm torn. Like, it's almost like his level of talent, he should be in like hundreds and hundreds of people should be seeing him every time he performs. But I think it's so cool that people happen upon him for like 5-minute little increments. And then you go home and you're emailing people about this piano player at a place where I got corn dog nuggets was one of the highlights of a $5,000 trip. Like that's the beauty of what it is. But it's like, it's really weird though, the dynamic of that. So he mentioned that. He said Space 220 was an awesome experience. The bill was a bit jarring. Well, I mean, space travel, expensive. You gotta pay for space.
It is. I mean, they have to transport you all the way up. That's included in the cost, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and Len's in the chat. He said I asked him to play the Tiger Rag. After he was done, he got a rousing ovation, as he should, because that's for the Mizzou Tigers. Truman the Tiger, dude. We rock out to that one at every Mizzou game. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, Boma was great as always, Len says. Raise your hand if you go for Bowman tonight. I got both paws up. Okay. Our grandson loved pin trading, wilderness explorers, and painting with the masters. Pam, if you painting with the masters over at the Festival of the Arts.
I know I have not done it, but it's really cool. And the other thing I will say at Festival of the Arts, they actually have Arribas Brothers has some little glass crafts that you can participate in too. This is one of the first times I've seen that, and really cool. Like, you can create your own thing, and then they fire it, and then I guess you pick it up. So I'm looking forward to doing that too.
Do they have, I haven't been down there. Do they have a speed painter at all featured at Festival of the Arts this year? I think speed painting is the coolest thing. They have these like at all these SEC basketball games this season.
Yeah. And I remember when they used to have them at Disney too. They would have them at Epcot. They would sort of set up that stage where the Fountain of Nations was, that kind of area. And the person would play music, and it was sort of a dancing and paint. Like, it was a show, right?
They use fire to like set it. They're like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. But no, they don't have that. But they do have the chalk artists who are just so freaking talented. It is.
It almost makes your brain hurt when you look.
It does. It does. It's like, wait, that's really a flat surface. Like, how is this? But yeah, they're really.
Like, why are you using chalk? You have that much talent. Like, I would. If I'm doing something that awesome, it is going to be permanent. Like
100%.
It is not going to be like stepped on. It is not going to wash away.
Right.
I promise you. Like,
I'm like the whole time, I'm like, bring the finish. Like, let's spray this with something right now.
Oh, Thought says he's seen speed painters, so maybe they are there occasionally. Okay, cool. He says not on a vlog. Cool. That's good to know. Because I think they're awesome. We had them at Space Camp when I was teaching there. 2 more points. He said, I was surprised that the cake bake shop at the boardwalk is not even close to opening. They're just now putting the windows in.
Hello. Didn't I say this last year? I was like,
the Taj Mahal came up faster than this thing. I'm just saying, like, if only we had a venue where we could watch sports in that spot.
I was like, something bad must have gone on in the ESPN walls. Like,
right?
When they took it down, they were like, oh, dang. Because it was totally ripped down to metal.
They did.
They did. The whole way. So
yeah, you're right. There had to have been something going on in that place, because there's no reason to rip into metal studs unless there's something big bad there.
Dude, watching sports, man, they could tear a building up. Just saying. A lot of nachos were served at that place.
People got mad about things.
And his last point, Moana's area was very nice, and I like the new central core of the old Future World.
Yeah.
The
And
Moana
yeah.
area is impressive. It just really is. And I think it's worth seeing during the day and also at night.
Agreed.
It's beautiful. It is something you don't have super high expectations for it, but I think it's just entertaining and you can go through it anytime you want. The initial criticism about the lines are just not true at this point. They were only lines because it was brand new and
Yeah, of
everyone
course.
wanted to see it. And now I think it really is what they envisioned. It's a fun walk through at any type experience, and I love that it's there.
The only thing that's like an issue, and it's not really an issue, but it's just something you don't think about because it's a walkthrough exhibit. You can't bring any food and drink in there. So like I had a whole Starbucks. Like I was like, oh, I'll go get Starbucks and then I'll go walk through the exhibit, and enjoy it. Nope, can't do that. So just, keep that in mind. It's still an attraction. You can't bring any food or drink in there. So just a heads up, because I was disappointed. I slammed down my coffee and was like, that was too hot. Just a warning.
I do
Don't
love the
do what-
before though, because that is, and it like if you have I've seen people like doing work there and just kind of chilling out.
It's
relaxing.
great.
There's so many little hidden areas to kind of sit and plug in if you need to recharge your phone, recharge yourself, and just take the load off. It's almost like just like just a place where you can just kind of recharge yourself. I do like that. Especially at night, it's pretty. And now they've announced that's a wedding venue too for the backdrop of Spaceship Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. That's a great
Gorgeous.
location.
Yes, it is. All right. That's listener Teresa sent me a question just this morning actually, and I just wanted to bring this up. She wanted to know, and I'm just kind of summarizing her email because I wanted to get I don't know, because I don't have any perspective on this. Pam, have you stayed at Vero Beach before?
Yeah.
Okay. Rikki, have you?
No, I've done Hilton Head, but not. Well, I visited Hilton Head. I didn't. Yet. It's on my list.
Okay, so here's the question that she has. Okay, she says, I wondered if you'd ever do an episode on Vero Beach Resort. So Pam, I just thought we'd just kind of get some of these answers to her.
Yeah.
So she said her family's planning a visit to Vero Beach for the first time on a split stay this April. Her husband and daughters wanted to go to the beach, but were DVC and had points to use before the end of the year. Then I remembered, hey, Disney has a beach resort. My family will get a vacation they want and be able to use our points. We will leave Easter night to check out Vero on April 1st for a 3-night stay. I've made dining reservations at Wind and Waves through OpenTable. I'm interested in a podcast discussing topics like dining, accommodations, recreation, and amenities. For example, will there be Disney PhotoPass photographers on site for beach pictures? We're staying in a deluxe studio and do not plan to leave the resort, but instead treat it like a cruise or an all-inclusive island. Maybe Vero Mike or other listeners will explain this resort could join you as a panelist to discuss. Thank you for helping my family as we plan our first trip to Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So I just thought you'd give her just a few tips here just so she could get something more in a timely fashion as I try to put this together.
Yeah, it is. So Disney's beach resorts are, it's just sort of a way to get a little Disney in a different location. When we were there was nothing like PhotoPass photographers on the beach or anything like that. And we've been at both Vero and Hilton Head. But the thing is, there's little Disney touches, and there's Disney cast members, and there's Disney accommodations that you may, have become familiar with. In addition to Vero Beach, in addition to the villa accommodations, they also have rooms in the inn as well. So think about that. There is a quick service location there, and it actually is fairly extensive, the meals that it offers. So we were happy with that when we were there. And there's also the sit-down restaurant too, as well as a lounge in the inn portion that also has food. So you can check those out. But the other thing you probably are going to want to do is look on Yelp or Google or wherever and look at some of the dining locations that are there in Vero Beach or in one of the neighboring beach towns. The local places are awesome. We went to this little sort of dive, but had really good food right on the beach and had a great time there. So look into some of that. At Vero Beach, one of the things that you are going to be able to do is they'll have a recreation calendar that will have all kinds of Disney activities. Make sure you take advantage of them. I think what we felt they sort of offered even more than they do at the resorts here at Disney World, or at least as much. So really like that. Right now, the pool is under renovation, but they should be done with that. I'm not quite sure what the end date for that pool renovation is, but hopefully they're done with it at that time too. Also, one of the things you can do right there at Vero Beach, and that's right there on the beaches, they have chair and umbrella rental, which we thought was super convenient. So would use that, and the price was really good too.
All right, so I'll get you started, and I will try to talk to Vero Beach or Vero Mike and try to get some tips. He's on our Sunday night show, so maybe he can call us in and give us some tips there for the area, because I'm sure he knows.
Yes, for sure.
I'm sure that'd be great to have a local. Okay, real quick, now the questions are rolling in here on Facebook. Steve says, State Yacht Club in September. Where and when is it listed for extended hours? Rikki, do you have extended hours for September for Deluxe Resort? Yes.
Ooh, let me do some research. Let me look.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Let's see here. Krista says, hey gang, planning my first ever trip to Disneyland Paris in 2025. Any tips, tricks, or must-dos? Let me just tell Krista to listen to our show coming up on the feed on Thursday. So tomorrow, ALEXA, listener with that name, I'm not saying it out loud because it'll trigger the thing that is right over my shoulder listening to me right now, but she calls in with some great tips from Disneyland Paris. She just went out there, so that will be a great listen for you. Rikki, do you have that? You're still looking. And then, sorry, listener John says, going on an Adventures by Disney Southern California trip in June. Thanks, Mike, for booking this for us. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Pam, I think you recently went on this trip. What was a highlight for you? Thanks to all three of you and Scotty G for your awesome inside information on all things Disney. John is up north in Canada. Pam Forrester, what say you?
This was a fantastic trip, and I can't recommend it enough for people who have a Disney affinity. It really, all Adventures by Disney vacations sort of tell a story, and this one really told the story of Walt, and I think that's why I loved it so much. So the highlights, oh gosh, some of the highlights, pretty much everything that we did was a highlight, but going to to Jim Henson Studios, that was huge for me. I've always really appreciated the Muppets, and it really just felt it was a very personal venue, and I really liked it doing that. I loved going to Imagineering. That's like a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. Just people don't get to go there. You'll do some really cool things while you're there. So, look forward to that. Of course, the time that we got to spend in Walt's apartment, although you can do that in other places, it's really very intimate and special when you're there with Adventures by Disney. It's even more special than getting to do the tours. And I'm so happy that you guys get to do that, because that's a very cool thing. And I think just really one of the things that you'll want to do is sort of see how Adventures by Disney does things, because it's just a different way to vacation. It's stress-free. You aren't really going to have to plan. You just really have to show up, John. That's all you'll do and that's what I love about an Adventures by Disney vacation.
And I love that John is a Disney fan, right? And I mean, he's going to, I know how much I love Disneyland, right? But he's going to get to be like VIP access. I mean, just like rock star access.
VV.
Place. Like capital V, capital I, capital P. Yes. I can't wait for John to tell me about it, because we email.
No,
I'm excited.
I feel like every time I describe it to someone, I don't do it justice, but I will just say that I've gotten to take some really incredible vacations and do some awesome things. And this is one of the things that is just up there with some of my favorite memories ever. So,
and by the way, real quick, because Jonathan, the Monkey Man, on Instagram says, my friends, it's guacamole. For all of us here, which I appreciate. He's awesome. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So unfortunately, as of right now, the calendar only goes out to the beginning of April. So you're going to have to wait a while before it would come out for September. So probably like maybe 2 months ahead of time is probably when it'll come out for September. So
there you go. All right, last question. It looks like probably of the day, and it's a good question actually. Over at Instagram, it is from Allie Rose with a bunch of E's on the end. Rosie, I'm planning a trip with my 18-month-old. I'm an avid park hopper before kids. Would you recommend a park hopper with a little one, or pace yourself and just do one park a day? Thanks. She's got an 18-month-old. Does that mean the 18-month-old is going to make her stop park hopping?
No. My advice is the same for everyone, regardless of your party makeup. It is, especially now since you can park hop from the second you walk into a park. And you can do Genie Plus for multiple parks. We park hop almost every day we are in the parks. We just do. So I would still say do the park hopping. But I mean, I know that someone can make an argument for not. And I know that some do. But I appreciate the park hopping. And the other thing, the reason why I think park hopping is always a value is it lets you take advantage of things like extended park hours and early entry at one park and going to another. And it gives you the freedom to leave if a park is really busy. And I will say, a couple weekends ago, Epcot, really busy. And at some point I said to Steve, I love Epcot and I don't want to be in this park anymore. So it allows that to happen.
I've also always said with park hopping, it makes your ADRs easier because you don't have to think about like what park you're going to be in. You can just make your ADRs wherever and then just hop to that park for your dinner. Like, I don't look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just make my ADRs like willy-nilly and then like hop to that park. Because, you know what I'm saying? You can always hop in the latter part of the day. Because I really only make ADRs for like in the evening for dinner. I don't usually make breakfast or lunch.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point because I think a lot of people are like that. And there's a lot of stress when people are like, but I'm not going to be able to be at this park and whatever. So, yeah.
And let's see. And Len says our grandson wanted to park hop all 4 parks in one day on our vacation. We did it on one of the days. Len, you are a stronger man than I. I cannot do 4 parks in a day unless I'm running the marathon. That's the only time I do it because I just do it. That is, I don't know why I cannot do it on a regular day. I just do not have the stamina. There's no way. Like I do 2 parks, I'm done. Like I will park hop, but I cannot do. People do 4 parks in a day. God bless you. That's a lot. That's a lot. Anyway, all right, we're going to jump out of here, but we're going to be back on Friday, and we are going to get you ready for this big game.
There you go. Big game.
Super Owl. We're going to get you ready. But what we're going to do is we're going to champion an underdog restaurant at Walt Disney World and Disneyland as well and tell you why these restaurants that are underrated, under the radar, need more love, and you need to consider for your next Disney vacation. We're going to tell you why. You need to go there maybe because they don't get, you never hear about them or they get dogged on all the time. We're going to tell you why that's wrong. And maybe these are places that you need to consider for your next trip. So we'll tell you why. We'll give you the why though, not just the name. We're going to give you the why. So come back for that on Friday. But until then, don't forget our show is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. I'll tell you what, this week, the agents over at the Magic for Less, there's 4 words in the title of the company, the Magic for Less. And I'm just going to stress the big one this week. Magic. The agents over at the Magic for Less making magic for their guests. That's what they're doing. They're out there getting the best deals, costing nothing extra for their guests, and putting smiles on their guests' faces. That's what we do. We just want to help you plan a great vacation so that not only you have a great trip, but you look like the rock star in your travel party. The grandkids are having fun. Your significant other's having a good time, like, hey, this trip's better than I thought it was going to be. Well, yeah. We don't take credit for it. You take all the credit, you don't tell them about us. You say you did all this stuff. That's cool. We're cool with that. Just take all the stress out. We're like the kind of behind the scenes Adventures by Disney of travel agency. So just come over there. We'll help you out. No cost to you. We'll set you up, get you a great deal, take care of the details. Trust me. It works out great for you. So just swing by the website this week, themagicforless.com, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney. You want to do a Disney trip, we'll take care of you. Magicforless.com. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon when you shop online. That helps us out. And patreon.com. Again, you want to find out why Rikki got fired? That's where to go for the exclusive details. No, just kidding.
Stop.
But I'm not above click debate. No, so it'll be Mike in the Midwest will probably be a boring topic, but it'll be really nice though. I always do fun shows because, you know, being in the Midwest, we talk about corn and tractors, and no, we don't talk about that stuff.
No.
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. No, that's this show. We apparently talk about corn on the cob. So
Dill pickles from Jimmy John's, you know, whatever. People are like, oh, I'm just dumping my subscription. No, I'm not helping myself right here. Anyway, patreon.com/BRGS podcast. You can support the big show, $5 a month. That's all it really costs to support. You're supporting the BRGS podcast. You're not supporting Mike in the Midwest. That's just a little bonus throw in to kind of keep you busy all each week. But it really does support our show. So patreon.com/BRGS podcast. Thanks to our patrons. Give us a follow on the social media at Rikki Nibs, at TMFLT Pam, at BRGS Mike, Instagram, Twitter, Threads. That's where we are. No live show this weekend. We're not competing with the big game. That'd be
probably smart. Yeah.
And I'll be watching the game. So that's why. All right. So we'll be back again on Friday having some fun. So hope you'll be there with us. So for Rikki and Pam, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Let me save that one, and then I'm going to reset. So
okay.
Save us real quick. UPRS 24 edited. Oops. All right. So I'm going to reset. So I'll send you the link again.
All right.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
Everybody, I'll be right back.